just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it. Nothing counterfeit.
Ew guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave. Welcome back to Foreign Famous Family again, and welcome to another gold lane marksman video, this time featuring IRITHEL one more time. Now we have changed our video style just for a little bit. If you haven't figured out, right now I will play the game first and I'll do the commentary later, so I can then go in depth on what I do, why I do what I do, so you can understand the thinking process behind the play, so you can make the better decisions while you're playing the game and get more wins playing solo queue, duo queue, trio queue, no matter what you play. Because right now I only play solo queue when I play Mobile Legends, and I gotta say I found a new meaning going to the gold lane. All right, if I play Mia gold lane, if I play marksman gold lane, doesn't matter what I play, I will have a really high win rate. If I just stay in my lane and farm, staying a safe distance, do what I do here today, and you will get a lot of tips, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure to drop the like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells to join the coolest, greatest, and baddest family in the world of Mobile Legends. And remember to re-download your Mobile Legends with the link in the description, so you can get extra 15 to 25% extra diamonds every time you make a purchase in Mobile Legends. With that, guys, let's quickly take a look at this gameplay right here. Right off the bat, to start off, I wasn't gonna chase the ADC, the enemy marksman, but I knew the enemy mid laner was already here, so I decided to take a step back. Remember, it's good to get kills early game, but most importantly, you want to stay alive to get those minion waves. The minion give you so much gold. If you're able to capture the entire minion wave early game, one wave is equal to about 250 gold or so. That's more than a kill, okay? So if you miss a minion wave, that's literally like missing a kill. You know, like, why would you do that? Right? Why would you let enemy take a kill for free? So you don't want to do that. You want to focus on farming the minion wave. Reduce that as much as you can. If you don't want to trade, if you don't need to trade with the enemy team, you don't have to. In fact, I highly recommend against it, right? Just focusing on farm, focusing on last hitting. So every time you last hit a cannon, you get a lot of gold. You see 139. I remember it used to be 120 something. Right now, it really give you a lot of gold. And every time you had the opportunity to, you should try to kind of scrape around the tower shield and get a little bit of shield money, because that's a lot of money. If you're able to get like a full tower shield, if it was like, let's say, get a kill on enemy team, if your tank is able to find some engages or whatever, and you got a full shield, especially with IRITHEL, your ultimate does a lot of damage. You can, if you get a full shield, that's like 350 gold. That's a lot of money. You know, that's like another 1.5 minion wave. So right off the bat, over here when you play gold lane, number one thing, as I talked about in the last video, is you gotta pay attention to the minimap. So I obviously saw the enemy team was coming top, so I was ready. Now here, I know that our ML was engaging, so quickly jumped in with their ultimate. When you're playing IRITHEL, make sure to use your skill 1 to engage. So here you can see the Tigro missed engage completely, but he got my signal that I was gonna dive the tower. So he went in first, which is a really good move. And because you went in first, you need to follow up immediately and get that, you know, low HP target, the BA trick, get that kill, and then use the opportunity to get a tower shield. You can see right now I'm splitting the gold with our top laner, with our, not top laner, but Guinevere. I'm able to get at least 160 gold there. So if I get the full tower shield money, that's a lot of gold. You know, that's very, very important for you to focus on farm. Now, coming back to after I respawn, you gotta analyze what time it is, right? After 340, the minion wave that spawns at a time is no longer enhanced minions in the sense where it doesn't give you extra gold anymore. So it doesn't really make a difference which lane you go to. You can go to the top lane, you can go to the mid lane. But top lane, this game, it doesn't really have a lot of priority or appeal, you know, to me. Like I don't want to go top because it's so far away and I'm constantly going against 2 people. So when you play IRITHEL, you can save your ultimate for the disengage. You know, save your ultimate for the escape, for the mobility. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm using my ult to dodge Guxian's stagger. This way I can stay alive, don't take any unnecessary damage, stay far, auto attack, going up, auto attack 1 time, walk back, and then go back up, auto attack 1 time, and walk back. This way allows me to farm the minion wave and yet maintain a healthy distance from the enemy. So our team is able to find some kills right here. This does give me the opportunity to decide, okay, do I want to stay mid? Do I want to go top lane? Which lane can I find more farm? So I decided, you know what? Top lane does have the gold crab. Let's go top, get the top farm, and you will see right after this minion wave, I'm going to return back to mid lane. Now, it's okay for me to stay top, but it's really risky, like, especially when you don't have the location of enemy Gusion, enemy jungler, like what I'm doing here. I want to walk immediately backwards towards our tower, take a conservative route, and then walk back to mid lane. Okay, it's actually really risky to take the route I'm taking right now, but I do have my ultimate, have Purify, so I was fairly confident I was gonna stay alive. And also playing solo queue, sometimes you can't take it too seriously, you know? But it's a good practice to not walk the route that I did because I don't have any vision in those bushes. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and start hitting the tower. The reason why I don't use my ultimate to start hitting the tower is because I don't know where enemy Gusion is. Alright, and sure enough, enemy Gusion is coming towards mid lane. Now, if I know where enemy Gusion is, if I knew or if I saw enemy Gusion fighting our Amon on the bottom lane or pushing the top tier 1 tower, I was gonna use my ultimate to push the tower. That's something you can do with IRITHEL, okay? That allows you to farm a lot faster, leave the lane, which is a danger area, go to your jungle and start farming just more efficiently. Now, if you don't know where enemy Gusion is, you want to save your only mobility skill, only escape skill. In this case, it's going to be your ultimate. That's the only reason why I didn't use my ultimate to start off. And that's something you want to pay attention to. You always want to keep 1 or 2 exit route, you know, exit options. Like, what if enemy team come to me? What kind of tool do I have for me to get away, right? For me to like just completely ignore the enemy team and go back to farm. Those are very, very important, and that's for IRITHEL, it's gonna be your ultimate. Now the turtle is up. You can look at the minimap, see what's going on. You can see our Guinevere is looking to engage onto the enemy Veil right here. I see an opportunity for me to use my skill 1 ultimate to do some damage here, but didn't able to catch him. I wasn't able to catch him because he does use Flicker to get out. Now, however, the enemy Gusion was in a bad position, so I was able to try to do some damage, but I took a full ultimate from Beatrix, immediately get away. Do not force the kill, do not force the damage, not necessary. Over here, I have 2 options, right? I can just recall back because there is a possibility the enemy was chasing me. So I was paying close attention to the minimap, and when I saw the enemy Beatrix and Rafaela was actually chasing, I immediately recalled, go back home, and then get ready to go back to the lane again. So obviously I was asking for our tank is because for a while you can see I didn't know where our Tigreal is. And by the way, you might wonder, Dave, why don't you go back to the top lane? You can see top tier 2 tower is already gone. It's not that important to always defend a silent tower as a marksman. Because if you do, you might get caught out really easily, especially when you don't have vision, especially when your team is not prioritizing that lane. So in this case, you know, our Guinevere could easily go top lane and defend the tower. But it's not my job to constantly defend the tower as a solo marksman player, okay? You want to be going with your team and farming a safer lane. And the safest lane in Mobile Legends is going to be the mid lane because it's shortest. You can see right now, I see the Gusion on the top lane. What I did immediately was activate my ultimate, get the tower, and go back to farm. Another thing that's very important when you play IRITHEL is use your skill 1 on the objective you want to hit, because this way it will give you a lot of armor shred and allows you to do extra damage. You can see right here when I'm trying to hit the turtle, I'm walking a distance, I use my skill 1. You can see on top of the turtle there's a little like broken armor there that shows you that damage amplifier is onto this turtle, right? The turtle doesn't have as much armor he had before, physical defense in another word. And so we're able to take the turtle really fast and then go back to jungle and farm our jungle. Now we do have an Amon jungle. That means he's relying on red buff is really not that high, right? He's more of a one-shot kind of character. He goes in, do the skills, and then use your ultimate to get the kill. So I can just take the red pretty easily, and you can see I'm also using my ultimate to help me farm in the jungle. I use my ultimate to help me farm the tower. I use my ultimate to help me farm jungle. That's something you can do in the early game, especially when you don't have all your items yet. You need your Hunter Strike, you need your Berserker Fury, you need your Scarlet Phantom in order to be really powerful, in order to start just be really satisfying when you're playing IRITHEL. To see enemies' HP just drop. Before those items, it's more important for you to focus on your farm. Just use whatever skills you have to help boost your farming speed. So here I saw enemy have 5 people on the mid to top side. Instead of going to the middle wave and try to fight them, I decided to look for a better opportunity to stay on their tower. Sure enough, they chased in, and I was able to jump in and get 2 assists onto the enemy Rafaela as well as Gusion, and then immediately come to the enemy jungle to check, because I know I got them really low. I just didn't know like who was low, and obviously the blue was up. I knew Gusion was dead, so I was gonna come over here to steal the blue. I didn't know that the enemy Beatrix is gonna be on it. So this is gonna be a free blue buff for me, right? Something you have to pay attention to. Right after you win the team fight, you need to immediately look at the minimap and decide what kind of objective can you take advantage of at this moment, right? Is it gonna be the enemy turtle? Is it gonna be a lord? Is it gonna be like steal enemy jungle? What can you do right after you win a team fight? And in this case, it's gonna be enemy jungle. So Ruby hooking me. The reason why I use Purify right away is because I don't want to fight this Ruby at all. Because I saw the Gusion on top lane, enemy team all spawn. There's no reason for me to mess with the Ruby. It's gonna take me some time to kill this Ruby at this point. I still don't have all my items yet, so there's absolutely zero reason for me to hang out with that Ruby to begin with. Now, right after you clear a minion wave, it's very important for you to continue to farm. In this case, I'm gonna farm in our own jungle. I wanted to get the red, but Argus already taken that, so we're gonna leave that red. You can see right here, our team is fighting top lane. I saw a good engage from Tigreal and Guinevere. I was able to get 2 kills, but there are still 2 people remaining, so I immediately jump in with my ultimate skill 2 to slow enemy down. And look at the damage with my skill 1, right? And I have Hunter Strike, which allows me to move really fast. But unfortunately, I think Vel just get a lucky knockup on me with a skill 2 and 1 combo to me. And that's something that Vel can do always, right? Vel, if you get a knockup things, it's just really annoying. And it's really good against squishy target. That's something that you always have to pay attention to. In this scenario, that it's just unfortunate I got hit. Right after I come back, guys, I saw our team were doing the Lord. So I actually tell my team, hey, instead of doing it right now, let's wait for 12 minutes and do the Lord at 12 minutes. But then the team fight is broken out on the bottom lane. So you need to immediately come to the bottom side and start helping out your team. Again, remember when you're fighting, use your skill 1, always land on the enemy target before trying to do damage, because your skill 1 gives you so much damage amplification. Over here, Vel one more time, landed a knockup on me, but this time I do have the Purify. You're gonna immediately pop that, so you don't get one-shotted by Vel again. And you can see my score right now is 7, 2, and 4, right? I could have done better, obviously, but twice in a row now, I think it was just the Vel. Absolutely annoying, a nuisance. No, actually, the first time was Gusion. You know, quite annoying right here. But because we won a team fight, we're able to take the mid-tier 1 tower and just start taking. Oh, look, one more time. This Vel, man, just really, really annoying. And that's something that you gotta really pay attention to. I didn't even think I was gonna get hit. You can go back and watch that one more time. Look. Like, that just doesn't seem like it wasn't a hit me whatsoever. I was at the tail end of that knockup. So it was just unlucky, but sometimes you cannot dwell on the past. You just gotta look into the future. So when you die, don't worry about it. Just quickly come back. And then also another thing you gotta pay attention to, this game, you can see from my item on the top side right now, instead of buying Immortality, I decided to go for Athena Shield first, because they do have a Gusion, they do have a Vel, they have a lot of burst. If I get Immortality playing solo queue, I might just die, come back, and immediately die again, because it can one-shot me with 1 extra skill. So instead of getting Immortality, I decided to go for Athena Shield. This way, I wouldn't die right away, right? If I don't get one-shotted, I can lifesteal back with my Hat's Claw easily. And that's something that I decided to do in the end. You can see it's gonna pay out dividends to me. So here, I immediately pop the Purify, make sure I don't get hooked by the Ruby, and then it's working out really well. But you want to do damage, you don't want to do that much damage. You want to make sure you're doing damage from a safe distance. So, you know, I'm doing as much as I can, but if I don't find any engages, if I don't find our Tigreal close by, I'm just gonna go ahead and retreat and go back to jungle and start farming everything. At 60 minutes is when the second enhanced lore showed up. So over here, I'm gonna go ahead again, use my skill 1 on the Lord to get the armor penetration, so I'm start doing more damage. You can see right now, I'm doing about 479, but if I use my skill 1 on it, I'm able to do 500 something damage per pop. So it's so much more better when you penetrate through enemy's armor. So Tigreal once again landed a beautiful engage. I'm gonna instantly jump in with a skill 1, skill 2 combo to slow them down and shred their armor and start auto attacking. Look at the burst damage I was able to do. And that's the power of IRITHEL late game. It's such a fun marksman to play right now, to be honest. Including like a lot of marksman, to be honest. Every single marksman right now, I think I'll have a side of them that's really fun to play. Like Mia with satisfying passive, Layla with just the satisfying super far range glass cannon. So, but yeah, after you kill them, you want to steal their jungle and get ready for the Lord push, because the Lord is up, and I believe that's going to be the end of the game here. There's nothing that Rafaela can do. I wanted to kill him, but our team really wanted to end, and Lord is just too strong at this point. 60 minutes, second enhanced Lord, and that's going to be the easy GGWP, guys. If you enjoyed this gameplay, again, drop the like, subscribe, and turn the bell on to all notification bells, and I hope this game is able to show you something that can help you rank up as well. Alright guys, let's take a look at the scoreboard. You can see out of 8, 3, and 6, I was able to do the most amount of tower damage and quite a bit of hero damage in this game as well. And by the way, for those who are wondering why I changed my name to something completely Chinese, that's because people keep on sniping me now because I play solo queue. So when enemy team recognize me, and they frequently do, because I'm playing solo queue, I'm going against the top players in North America all the time, and they kept on sniping me, like in a sense where they focus me down. So it's taking me forever. It's giving me anxiety actually playing Mobile Legends. So I changed my name to something people don't recognize, and sure enough, it's paying me a lot of dividends. I can actually play the game without being focused for 20 minutes in a row, right? So it was actually pretty nice. That's the reason why I changed my name, but you know, I'm still Assassin Dave. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
Just for